Hey there everyone, Tyler Pyburn here of the Pulse Network at thepulsenetwork.com with a conversation leading up to the 2012 NAB show and really the great content shift that's taking place really across the entire media industry right now. Now we're having all sorts of great conversations with some of the thought leaders throughout the industry, and one of them happens to be joining us today here in studio, happens to be John Potter, the VP of Training for the Radio Advertising Bureau. John, welcome in. How are you doing today?
Good, Tyler. Thank you for having us.
Excellent. No, thank you so much. So let's kind of just delve right into it, really. And I have to read right from this because it's your panel in particular, and you have a great name for this. So the Radio Advertising Bureau produces several different broadcast management sessions. It's going to be taking place at the NAB show, but one of the ones in particular is actually called Integrated Marketing is the New Level of Consultative Selling. You're actually going to be moderating the panel discussion. Tell me a little bit more about how'd you come up with choosing this panel and the topic, if you will.
At the Radio Advertising Bureau, we have an opportunity to get out and talk with advertisers and agencies and CMOs, marketers, brand managers. And with that, what we're hearing more and more all the time is that we have to present to them in an integrated media fashion. So in other words, they're not interested in these silos. They really don't care so much anymore about just radio or other media, just newspaper or just television. They have a need for what it is that they want to accomplish, their advertising objectives, and therefore they want the solution to those objectives. And whatever those solutions are, bring them to me, is what they say. Bring them to me in a cohesive fashion, an integrated way. And from those conversations over the last couple or 3 years, and it's been heating up more and more lately, we decided we better bring this information to the radio members, who are members through the Radio Advertising Bureau. So we started working last November, and we really polished it up with interviews in January and February and launched a new training program in March, and it's called Certified Radio and Integrated Marketing Consultant. So now we're getting that integrated aspect into a lot of our training. The interviews that we conducted, specific video interviews in many cases, were with these thought leaders, people that are into integrated marketing, such as Don Schultz. He's a professor emeritus in service at Northwestern University's Medill School of Broadcasting, of Journalism. At the Medill School, they started integrated marketing, and in fact, he is known as the father of integrated marketing communication. And he shared with us the thought process that many agencies are going through and what media have to go through, and he's on video and he's included in this. We also talked to people, though, that are heavily involved at the street level of making integrated marketing programs happen.
And you have to, because it is that mixture. I mean, that's the thing that I always laugh at, because it isn't necessarily just one or the other. There's so many choices. Like you said, go back to that silo. It's not just that one silo and that one outlet anymore. It's the mixture of it all.
That's exactly right. It all has to fit together, and not necessarily for the same reason, of course. You use visual, perhaps, in online for one aspect of the campaign, and then, or it could be heavy detailed. Maybe you want to show the picture or a 360 view, and certainly radio for its intrusive nature to reach people. So it's bringing all of the components that a radio station now has to bear on the particular objective of that advertiser.
I love it. I absolutely love the way things are headed. He's John Potter of the Radio Advertising Bureau. I'm Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network. I want to thank you guys so much for being part of our conversation about the great content shift.